Hello. On today's Google Map tutorial, we're going to talk a little bit about using Street View in class. Now, I teach 8th grade American history in Liberty, Missouri, and I teach a lot of things revolving around the Revolutionary War that happened on the East Coast. And as much as I would love to take my students on a physical field trip there, in most cases we have to settle for a virtual field trip. So I'm going to show you how you can go to some historical places using Google Maps Street View. I'm going to go up to Maps when my Google account is logged in, and I'm going to select My Places, and that'll show me any maps that I've already created in the past. And I have created a map in the past on Revolutionary War battles. So I'm going to click on that map, and it's going to show a couple different place marks that I've already identified and added to that map. So first, let's go to Washington's Crossing. Now, if I click on Washington's Crossing place mark and I go to the More feature, I can select Zoom here, and it's going to zoom me into that location. So what I've selected to put the place mark in there is Washington's Crossing State Park, and this is a place where I've physically visited, and this is one of the topics that I love talking about with the American Revolutionary War. So I'm zooming in a little bit, and I kind of know specifically where I want to go to show my students this area. Notice that the roads right here are just yellow, but if I come over to this little guide and I select the orange gentleman and then I move it across, once I select him and start moving him, the roads that have Street View available are going to be outlined in blue. So I'm going to drop him right about here. There's kind of a specific thing that I want to show him. So it's going to take a second, and then it's going to zoom in here on the area. So this is Washington's Crossing State Park, and this building, the stone building over here, is the one that I specifically want to show him. This is the tavern where Washington and his men, mostly the generals, met before making the crossing, and it's kind of a neat feature to kind of show the students the building. Oops, I'll come back here and do that again. Sometimes when you're moving around, it'll automatically zip out of that. So if I scroll around here again, this white building is a barn where they have replicas of the Durham boats that they used to cross the river. And I'm just going to kind of work my way down. Notice that as I move, there's this little oval that I can select with the cursor, and when I click on it, it's going to move me down the path. So right now I'm just kind of moving down the road that's going to eventually put me on the bridge, and I like showing the students a little bit about the size of the river. That's one of the big things I always want to know is how wide the river was as Washington crossed with his men. So this gives you kind of an idea of how wide the river is, and you can physically be on the bridge there and kind of show them. So that's kind of neat. It's kind of a little bit different feature than just having a still picture, because you do have the option of kind of moving around and allowing students to kind of see the area. So you can do this with virtually dozens of historical places. I've taken students to places like Minutemen Park in Lexington, Massachusetts. If you're teaching about the JFK assassination, taking them to Dallas and actually going down the street with Daley Plaza, that's a pretty powerful experience. You can turn around and see the 6th floor museum and all the places associated with the assassination. So don't forget about using Street View, kind of a neat feature in Google. You never know what you're going to get. These pictures were taken in August of 2009. If you look on the bottom of the screen there, you can see. Sometimes it was a beautiful day, sometimes the weather may have been a factor, but it is a way to virtually take your students to places that you might not be able to physically take them on your own. Thanks a lot.